Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Kayla. This is My Big Easy Home, where I share all of the best things about New Orleans with you. And today I'm in the East at the Labat Wood Shop with Pete and Vania Labat. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So tell everybody what the Labat Wood Shop is.
Okay, so the Labat Wood Shop is a custom wood furniture company and small crafts company. So we have done everything from making beds, large scale furniture, bars, tables, coffee tables, dining room tables, things like that. Built-ins like for your closets and entertainment centers and stuff like that. Shelves, yeah. We've done
for stores.
Yeah, for some storefronts.
Nice.
We've done all kinds of projects like that. And we also do small crafts like cutting boards, rolling trays, valet trays, coasters, keepsake boxes.
Okay.
And we've also done artwork. You know, we did a really nice piece for Juneteenth that, that was a really great project for us, a really fun project for us. So we really are, really versatile as a woodworking company.
Yeah, it sounds like the sky's the limit, basically. If somebody needs it or can think of it, you can make it.
Pretty much. That's been our, what's the word I'm looking for here? That's pretty much been our identity up until this point. Pretty much since our inception, we've been, leaving our focus open and being really broad.
Yeah, we would brand ourselves on being a custom furniture company, and wood art company, because we allow the customers to customize their order in any way.
Okay, nice.
In any fashion, if they want epoxy, if they want lights or different kind of colors, different shapes.
So somebody can bring you an idea, a design, and you can work with them and kind of go with that and do
any style, any shape, any project. We're a custom woodworking shop because we allow our customers to tell us what it is that they want.
From start to finish. That's what we pride ourselves on, is that the customer is in the experience.
Right.
From
co-creative experience.
Yes,
exactly,
I love that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's a really big part of what we do here, is offer our clients that ability, so they really buy into our brand and buy into the product and service that we're selling, which is actually customization and design.
Yeah.
Right.
So go get it, right? You have an idea, you want something, you're like, I wish I could work with wood. We'll take it to Pete and he'll make it happen for you.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been working with wood, and how did you get started?
So I've been working as a professional for almost 2 years, but I've been a hobbyist for about 5 or 6 years. So I've really, I developed the craft when I used to work offshore in the oil and gas industry. I would do a 4-week hitch where I would go to work and then I would come home for 4 weeks, and I would have all the time in the world. So a lot of the guys that I worked with had woodworking hobbies, and so I got on Pinterest and I started discovering all these cool woodworking projects. And I've always been kind of a hands-on guy, I like to do things with my hands and build stuff, and I got a lot of that from after Katrina. And so, I just started with around my house, just doing small projects, small, refinishing projects like restaining or repainting something or something like that. Then I started to, like most woodworkers do, start to amass a tool collection, right? And so I started investing in tools and buying more upgraded tools, like some of the ones you see around here. Yeah. And then
you do now. I'm saying you have some fancy tools.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got all kinds of stuff. I really started to fall in love with woodworking, and I mean how versatile it was, and there are really no limits.
Yeah.
Woodworking encompasses everything from home building to coaster building, and like artwork and sculpting and carving, so I was doing all of that stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. Listening to you talk about that reminds me of my dad, because he was an offshore worker when I was growing up too. And he would build things, like he built a shed for our house. He built a huge entertainment center for our living room. He still kind of tinkers every now and then and builds stuff. And then, you know, the last thing you said, just like the versatility of wood. Like it's a tree. It's a tree. And you can remove the bark and you can cut it into different forms. And then beyond that, it can be anything. I mean, shelter. Something as profound as shelter to something as simple as you don't want to get, you know, a water ring on your coffee table or whatever. Like, you know, I love that about it. And I love natural materials. I love wood. I love stone. I love metal because they feel alive to me. Like there's a vibrancy in those materials that you don't get from synthetic man-made things. And I'm wondering if that's something you're shaking your head. So obviously you get that. What draws you to wood? Is it just the versatility, or is there something else about the medium that just really speaks to you?
You know, when I first got into woodworking, I mean, well, hold on, because I have a lot of thoughts going on.
Yeah, that's okay. Take your time.
That's a great question.
I kind of sprung that one on you. That was a surprise.
It's a great question because, see, I honestly love the craft of woodworking so much. Like, I'm the guy, when we were looking at houses, I'm looking at the cabinetry and I'm looking at the floors. And when I go to other people's houses, I'm like, wow, man, those are some nice cabinets. Everybody else is like looking at how big their TV is,
right.
You know, looking at like whatever the decor is. And I'm like, wow, that's a really nice dining room table, man. Where'd you get that? You know?
Yeah.
Or I'm like, I could build a better table than that. You know? And so I just, you know, so many different styles, modern, vintage, retro, Scandinavian, African. There are so many different ways to take wood, and there's so many different species of wood that you know, there's so many different combinations that can be garnered. And I mean, it's just really a great piece of a great natural resource that we have been able to harness and utilize to the max. You know? I think that's what's great about it. And it makes really, really beautiful furniture.
It does make beautiful. Yeah, beautiful everything. The grains, and like you said, there's so many different kinds of wood and different colors and tones that come out of it. I mean, it's really...
all the different grain designs, and you just never know how, you know, what kind of shape it'll form, you know, when you look at it. It might be a circle, it might just be a straight, like, river looking line. You just never know how it might, you know, you never know how it look once you cut it and get inside it and start making things with it.
Does that kind of inform your creative, like where your creativity goes or what you see? And if you're not doing something custom and you're just doing something for the joy of it or to sell, do you feel inspired by the wood as you get deeper into it? Or do you pretty much go into it knowing?
You know, I don't know if I allow the wood itself to inspire me, because there are a lot of guys who have been in the woodworking industry much, much longer than I have and are way more skilled than I am, that make a lot of considerations for the type of wood that they might be building with. You know, easy things like hardwood and softwood, or they say, okay, well, the grain is running in this direction, so I need to cut it in that direction, or I can't use this piece because there's a knot in it, or there's this piece, you know, looking at it now, I can tell in 3 years it's gonna be warped or something. Like I'm not that critical. I can't. There are too many variables when it comes to that sort of thing. I just like to. It gives me too much anxiety. Thinking about that kind of stuff.
That's good.
It gives me too much anxiety, and I like to just build, you know. I like to just build. I feel the most anxious when I'm sketching or drawing something because I feel like if I'm not actually building, then I'm wasting time.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah, I understand. So this is a family business for you guys. you build the furniture. You have an administrative role that you play.
Yeah,
right?
sometimes I dip into the building.
Okay.
And I dip out and back.
Okay. And then I
Handle the
think,
kid.
yeah, and I think I saw on your website that your son has a creative role
Mm-hmm.
with the company. How old is your son? Tell everybody how your son is.
He's 5. He's 5 years
five.
old.
But he's a part of it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So is that something that you guys always talked about doing, always wanted to do, was make a family business, or did it just kind of happen on its own?
I think it just kind of happened on its own. Well, for one, my mom was kind of an entrepreneur as I was growing up, you know, and so I saw her trying to build her own business, trying to build her own brand for a long, long time, you know, and so that has always been a part of me. But I never really aspired to be a business owner until I found myself in business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I had always thought that being a real business owner and being a real entrepreneur was like a privilege. You know, only certain people, only the smallest group of people actually get to live their dream and make money doing it, right?
Yeah.
That's for the chosen few. That's not something that we all get a chance to do. But now that I'm in business, I'm like, you should be an entrepreneur. You should be an entrepreneur. Everyone should be an entrepreneur because we all have it in us. Everybody can and should figure out a way to make money doing whatever it is that they're happy doing. And so I'm hoping that I'm hoping that sort of energy is something that I could pass along to my son, so he can realize that you have options. You know, you don't have to be a cog in the wheel if you don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not something that I considered. That's not a path that I considered for myself, you know, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's a message that not a lot of people get growing up, just for whatever reason, the environment and, you know, the household or the family or the culture or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a real gift to give your son that.
Yeah.
Like, the only limitation is your mind and
Right.
where your mind
The world is
stops
literally
you,
yours.
right?
Mhm.
And look, I gotta chill. I love that. I mean, it's so beautiful. What have been the biggest challenges for you guys in starting this business and pursuing it and building it?
I think the greatest challenge, honestly, and this is gonna be a little cliche, but making money.
No, it's fair.
I was
okay?
gonna say, I was like, maybe I shouldn't answer because that was gonna be my
No,
thing.
I think that's honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's honest, and I think that is the challenge that a lot of entrepreneurs. I mean, I'm a real estate agent, but I'm self-employed, and you know, nobody gives me business. I have to go and make business
Right.
on my own.
Right.
And I will say, making money is one of the
Right.
hardest things about it.
Right.
And so I think that's real.
Here's why I say making money is because we have been complimented often about the products that we make, the service that we provide, the customer experience that we're able to provide for people who want to come and work with us, right? And that sort of offering is not timely. You know, it takes us a long time to get a client, talk to them and collaborate with them, get their ideas and produce the best possible project that we can. We're, you know, for all intents and purposes, just a one-man shop for you know, for the most part. And so we could cut corners and we could do things quickly and we could try to go through projects real fast, but I'm very insecure. I'm very insecure about my building ability, and so that has driven me to push the limits and to slow down and to be critical of my own work before I let it go out the door because of my own insecurity. I don't want to have my name or my brand attached to something that I'm personally not proud of.
Yeah.
So making money and doing it efficiently, you know, in a way that we can sustain and have this business exist in 5 or 10 years is a serious challenge.
Yeah.
You know, and so right now we're kind of in this transition phase where we're changing our business model a little bit and we're looking a little bit further down the road and trying to figure out a strategy that's going to make us relevant and make us continue to exist in 5 or 10 years, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have this like mass consumption, and we make things on a mass scale, and we're sort of losing touch with like that artisan quality of product and what it really takes to make something from scratch with two human hands, you know, and we sort of forget how much energy, how much time, how much criticism it takes to do that, and that is worth a certain cost above what you might pay for something that goes through a series of machines and comes out the other side.
Especially in the day and age where, like you said, the machines are just doing everything. Everybody's trying to cut corners, you know, use plastic or use, you know, other materials that's extremely cheap. Not everyone wants to, you know, pay for that extra luxury of having this type, like, you know, some of the type of products that, you know, we offer. A lot of people in this day and age want to just not really cut corners, but, you know, they just rather just get the here and now. I'd rather just buy something, fast and cheap. And even if they have to buy something again in the next 6 months, they'll just buy it again fast and cheap instead of getting a quality product, you know, and just paying that amount so it can last for years.
Right. Yeah. Why buy something in 6 months if you can buy it once and it lasts you for a lifetime?
Right.
You know?
And so we are trying to, and we've been struggling with this for a long time, is finding our customers versus letting just anyone come and work with us, if that makes sense. So we have a certain demographic that we are targeting because those are the people who get it, right? They understand the service that we offer, which is more than just furniture. We're offering one-off custom designed pieces that are made specifically for you, right? As opposed to any old, you know, John Doe who wants a dining room table or just like a desk or something, you know what I mean? We have to separate those two groups because one group they want things fast and they want things now, and that's not the service that we provide. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your customer will appreciate the time that it takes and be willing to wait for it to come out.
They'll be willing to pay
and be beautiful. And pay for that. So where do you see your business in a year from now?
Okay. So a year from now, we hope to still be in business. We hope to have established ourselves so that people know who we are. They know the product that we offer, the true product that we offer, which is a product that's made with character, ingenuity. It's made with time and attention to detail. It's made with customization and customer input. And that's the product that we actually sell. It's more than just, you know, pieces of wood glued together and, you know, or some one-off dining room table, you know. And so in a year, I hope that we have a bigger market share where we can have a shop and we move out of this garage, and so my wife can put her car back in.
A garage is a rare thing in New Orleans, you know, so I can understand where you're coming from.
So I mean, we want to move out of this space, get into a new space, have a few employees where we can speed up our production and we can start to meet with more clients and start taking on more advanced projects, and we could continue to push the envelope the way we've been doing from day one. Right? Because I'm not formally trained. That's another thing. It's like everything that I build, it takes me a long time to build it. I gotta go study. I gotta go learn. I gotta go figure out how these things are done, because I mean, anybody can just slap something together and call it good, and they'll charge you for it too. So, I mean, I want to stand on this with some pride, you know. So.
And I think that's how true artisanship is developed and built over time, where you learn from everything you take on, every project you do, teaches you and informs you and builds your skill set, you know. And that's just, it's a time thing. I mean, that's why people did internships or apprenticeships, right? Like back in the day, whenever they were learning how to be a blacksmith or they were learning how to be a carpenter or a woodsmith or whatever, it took your entire life to learn how to be a good craftsman at those things. So
exactly.
take your time, learn your stuff, do your thing. You want to show me something?
Sure, yeah. So I have a few of our most popular products. This is something that we try to use to help get our name out there. So this is a valet tray.
It feels good.
Yeah. It's a valet tray made from African mahogany, maple, African badook, and some walnut as well. And so we built that here on my CNC machine. We've got some detail carvings in there just to kind of help set it off. And it's a great way to...
It's really beautiful. It feels really good.
Thank you.
It does.
Thank you. Yeah. It's got an all natural finish on it, so it usually smells really great. All natural oil finish.
It does.
And you know that it's... When you feel it in your hands, immediately, just like you said, you know that it's something that's quality.
Yeah.
It feels right?
And like that life that I was talking about, like I can feel that in this. Yeah.
Exactly. And so this is something that we use to kind of help get our name out, help people to know who we are, and help them to kind of get an idea for the quality of product that we're looking to produce. Right, and so we have a couple. We have a few favorites. This is one that we made for Louisianians.
I love it. I love it.
You know, we love the fleur de lis, so that's a hot one, obviously. And I got one here. This is actually one of my favorite ones. It's got the St. Aug logo on it. I love it because of the color scheme. I just love that walnut and African mahogany combination.
I love all of the different colors and like the different like it almost looks like an animal print. Really
African mahogany.
Is that what this is?
Okay. This is one of my favorites because of stuff like this.
No, I can really smell it.
It's a really great piece. I love the way the color changes in it. I mean, from day one, African mahogany has been one of my favorites. So yeah.
So if somebody, like if I wanted something in particular, could I bring you a design and you would put whatever specific for me that I wanted in
So we are actually in the process of expanding this part of our business right now because this is, like I said, one of our most popular products, and we're going to actually use this to kind of catapult us into the next phase of our business. So we are offering people the opportunity to customize items like this.
Okay.
So like we got a big stack of them here. So if anybody was interested, they could go onto our website. They could put in a custom order, fill out a custom order form, and we could put a fleur de lis in there. We could put your school's logo in there. We could put your business name in there. We could put some phrase that you like. We could put an image that you like, whatever it is. You know, we have the ability to do that.
Okay, I just want to tell you guys. Okay, so this one's just like unfinished. I mean, it's a beautiful piece. It's beautiful wood, but it feels rough. It feels unfinished, and when you touch that, it feels like silk. I mean, it is like it really, really smooth. And feeling this and feeling the contrast, it's like I really get how much work has gone into that transformation. It's great.
Thank you.
Okay, tell everybody if they want to contact you to have a project with you done, how they do that, where they find you on the internet, where they find you on social media.
Okay, this is the best part because outreach is critical, right? So the best way to get in touch with us is to go to our Instagram page. We're super active on there and we post all the time. That's at the Labat Woodshop, Labat Woodshop, the Labat Woodshop. And from there, you can go over to our website, thelabatwoodshop.com, and check out our site. We always have products up there all the time. We have some stuff there for sale right now. We've got a table, we've got artwork, we've got trays, we've got coasters going up soon. And if you have a custom project in mind, just fill out the custom order form and leave us details about the project, leave your contact information, and we'll get back to you.
Super easy. Awesome.
That's it.
Okay, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but Christmas will be here before you know it. So hit Pete up, look at his products, see what he's got, call him, reach out if you have an idea for something, and get that Christmas list going, because we're gonna blink and it's gonna be here. So.
Yeah, so we're gearing up for Christmas right now, doing projects like this.
I believe it.
So.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for having me over to your home and your shop, and it was great to talk to you, and I really appreciate you for indulging me and doing this with me. It's great. And I found them on Instagram, so I can attest that the Instagram is a good active place to be. So, y'all check them out. And if you have any questions about real estate in New Orleans, moving to New Orleans, anything New Orleans related at all, that I will chat with you. So contact me, and I will put Pete's information, the website, tag all the social media in the description of the video, so that it'll be super easy for you to reach out from wherever you're watching this. So, all right.
Thank you for offering to come and interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's exciting. Oh, and right now for a limited time, we have $10 off custom engraving on our on all our trays.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
On the website.
Okay, good. All right. Get your discount too. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much. And all right, guys, take it easy. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Thanks so much.